Final reflection slash project for section 1. What did you learn in this class? I learned how to give proper feedback to your classmates on a certain assignment or essay. Another would be how working together could help you share your ideas and combine those ideas to all in one and get the assignment done faster, and you guys could agree more with each other on certain things. Um, how did you learn those things? Giving feedback, I already sort of knew because on my last semester on 1301, we had to give feedback to each other on our essays that we did, and I already knew how to give proper feedback because like some people when they give feedback they'll just like, oh, you did this wrong. You should like do this one better, and they wouldn't explain like specifically on like what. And for me, I already knew how to do that since like high school because we did a lot of essays in high school in English. So just for me, it would just explain the point, go straight to the point and explain like, oh, you did this wrong here. I liked how you share your ideas here, and if they were missing something, like I would say, oh, I didn't understand this quite part. You should like explain a little bit more, like on that section. Explain what to learn from feedback. Oh, I already basically said it. But from there, I'll add another one. Like the writing center. They helped me when I turned in my essay because they explained to me like, okay, in this section is good. You just need to like explain a little bit more. So that helped me expand my essay a little bit more longer. And strategies, I learned more from like last semester from my classmates. Um, exp how I said earlier, just straight to the point, and if you don't understand something, just add it there and be specific like on what you didn't understand. Section 2, the course slash, oh, sorry, the course projects. How did the major slash career individual project challenge me or you slash you? For me, it didn't quite challenge me because I'm already sort of familiar with my major, which was business, and I already knew what I wanted to put down in my PowerPoint. So I had already had ideas. So I was like, all right, I'm already sort of familiar, so like check that off. The risk did what risk did you take with this project? For me, it was basically just getting sources, so like I could backtrack my ideas, so they could like so like I had ideas in my mind, but like I wanted sources. Like, okay, yeah, this is right because certain business owners have done it in the past, and look at them now. Their businesses are like skyrocketing. So yeah, that's basically the only thing on that part. What helped or hurt choices remaining which major? Mm, the things that helped me or the remaining things that helped me with my major was just going online and like finding how to properly run a business and not just like going straight invest in what you want and go into detail, because some people just go into business, buy a building, or invest in certain things, and at the end of the day they don't know what they're doing and they lose money there and they're already in debt. And how did the essay creation process go? So for that, it was easy for me, sort of. I haven't seen. It was just getting the ideas that I wanted to and creating the argumentative question. Um, from creating question to finding sources, creating survey interview questions or to get the answer to your question. From there, another one that I will add would be creating the survey questions because did my 5 survey questions that I was gonna ask people, which I did. Um, when I asked them, I had like 2 questions that were like similar. So when I turned it in, the feedback that I got was I could just add those 2 together as one and add an extra one. So that's what I did, and that's how I got my answers to my questions. Mm, another thing I would add would be the argumentative question that I did. It was positive on my affecting factors of my topic because I mentioned how a business you could have a good you could follow these certain like ideas or tips on how to maintain a good business, but if you mess up in one specific thing, your business is go downhill. So an example that I used was the gyms. Like when COVID hit, they had to shut down the whole gyms, and like small business owners probably could have had gyms, so they had to shut down, and they were losing money from like the memberships. But like from but to example and but sorry, for another example would be so like Crunch or like Truefit or like Gold's Gym. They're like known already. So they would lose money as well, but then like they would come out with online videos like from personal trainers doing certain exercises at home, and they would upload them to their website and people would do them at home. So people so like those businesses got their money back. But that's what I use as one example. Section 3 student sorry, section 3 student responsibility. Um for me the PowerPoint challenge no PowerPoint challenge on the remix idea, it was quite challenging because I'm used to doing PowerPoint, so not doing a PowerPoint for that one was like challenging me. So what I did was just a video explain how a business could help you and like certain things that you didn't do right could just affect you in the downhill in the future. Um, what grade I deserve? So I say like an 80 to a 90 because at the moment I have a 90, 91. And the only thing affecting me is my attendance because I haven't gone that much to class lately. To have like a 60 percentage out of 100. But that's the only thing affecting my grade. I have another 0, but that one was because I didn't go to class and that grade was in class that we had to help each other, give feedback or etc. I don't remember. So for me, I'll say roughly an 80 to a 90. But depending on the portfolio and how it comes out, I'll still probably be in between that range or max like a 70 or 75. Um, did you honestly work on your assignments as you should have? Yes, because I always did my assignments in time, and I always, if I needed questions, I would ask a friend or email the professor or ask them after class. Oh, I needed help in this one, or I didn't quite understand what we had to like mention or add during the like certain assignment that we had. So that well, I did everything in time, and my grades are good. So yeah. What should your instructor be looking for? Notice improvements in your writing ideas. So I'll add those just 2 together in one. For writing, I'll just for me to help me improve on my writing because like for me the introduction is quite the one that I'm challenged because I always know what I want to write, but to start off the essays where I have like challenges on like how I should start or like the proper way to start it because there's different like type of essays that you have to write, so like MLA and etc. more. So yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, thank you and goodbye.